our first day back from our ventures. We got to get a shitload done on your boy's truck, and I got to do a bunch of maintenance to mine. The only thing I wanted to do was just clean up some of the wiring, fix this ground because I needed it temporary. But oil change, rear main, and then mine's going to get sent out on its way. Josh, what speedo, trailer brakes, organization. He put his other tires back on. He's just going to run them until they're dead and then get other ones. What else are we doing? Oh, fire extinguisher. He's got to get a mount for that as well. But he's been running. Josh, how long were you out? How long were you out for?
2.5 weeks.
Okay, so he was out for 2.5 weeks with this thing. Thing's been decent. He was having valve stem issues with the other wheels and tires, so just...
It's not even that. It's like, I just wanted a spare tire, and it's like, I'd rather just have the tires that I paid for.
Yeah, he paid for these expensive tires, so...
Yeah, these were like $1,500 for 7 of them.
Run them till they die. Run them till they die, then put bigger ones on it, like these 12-ply fuckers.
Yeah, I actually like recorded going over the reasons why.
Guys, comments, tell Josh he needs to start posting his fucking clips.
I've got a lot of clips, it's just I haven't put them all together.
So his hitch cracked, not anything crazy, so we're gonna put this one on. This is a Kurt hitch that he got, and we're gonna replace that one, but I gotta cut his box off and weld it onto this one because they're...
Did it pull out?
Huh? No, there's a wire that I gotta cut.
Just one?
Yeah, because somebody wired in an aftermarket wire, so I'm gonna wire a plug. Yeah, so let's see this crack. But he needs a speedometer as well. We got to do that. But you guys, yeah, right there. So, yeah, I'm gonna cut this thing off and then throw some welds on there. This thing, I got to pull, yeah, pretty much all of that out. But this is just a factory one, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna replace this factory one with this one. So a little bit beefier in theory. I'm pretty sure it's beefier because it's a Kurt, but. Alright, so I gotta show you guys some shit. And this is stuff that we don't do here, alright? This is what we find on clapped vehicles, but so here's the wiring. There's one, and then there's two, and then this whole harness, everything on here was basically cut. So we're not getting power out of that.
Yes.
All the lights work, but we're not getting any power. Yeah, that's it. No power and no trailer brakes. So unfortunately, I am not an expert with second gens. So we are going to figure this out. Luckily, we have a nice parts truck up on the hill. I think you should go grab the connector off of that one because you have a 97 up there.
It doesn't come out, I don't believe. I did look at it.
No, it's got two plugs, just like this. Because
I see what you're saying.
These are the factory plugs.
Yeah, fuck Peggy.
This, yeah, we're gonna do away with that. I'm gonna clean that up, butt connector it with the correct ones. Figure out where that goes, but we're definitely gonna clean it up, relume everything. Oh, hey, there's the other end of that wire. Wow. So this goes up to that. Gee, I wonder, okay, well that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna cut that off. I'm gonna fix that, put that back up into there where it's supposed to go, wire it like factory, and then...
So you have everything you need here, or you need stuff from Peggy?
The thing is, these I'm pretty sure are supposed to go into that, and I'd like you to go get Peggy's one so we can compare. So we can just go do that now. Because I'm gonna cut this whole bracket off here, and then weld it to that one over there. Alright, so I plugged in the new one. Everything worked. So I'm going to fix this. This, I'm going to undo this and then rewrap back around. It is butt connected. I do have one message, though. If you're the type of guy that rigs a truck and then sells it, my message to you is go fuck yourself. Now, before somebody calls me out and says, oh, well, didn't you used to rig trucks? And I'm like, yes, I did. But I never sold those trucks. I parted them out. So keep that in mind. Big difference there. If I'm going to rig my own truck, which I don't do anymore, I can't stand this rigatry shit. But these are going to get sealed and like put up here. But yeah, if you sell a truck and like if you rig it and then sell it, like I hate you. Part your trucks out if you're going to rig them. But yeah, all it took was just taking this and plugging a new one in, and everything just magically works. Go figure. So I'm going to clean this wiring up, relume everything, make it all nice, put it all back in the harness where it belongs. This is why Josh did not have trailer brakes, but yeah, you can see the dude literally just like wrapped everything together and then taped it. Like,
made it a full way.
What a dick. All right, so I cut the old one off. For you guys recommending 6011, I did go and get a whole box of 6011. So we have 3/16 6011, 3/32, sorry. We have, I know one of these was 1/8. We have 6010 and then 7018, but yeah, we're using this thin shit for exhaust and stuff. So whoever gave me that, good choice because it worked great for this. So I'm gonna have him put his connector on, bolt that in, same bolts that we used before, and then just slap it up in and everything works. I'm gonna show you the wiring under the truck just to know. Tired of, I see where people throw out the term clapped truck a lot, but I feel like a lot of you guys overuse that term. But
I think we can officially say this truck is no longer clapped.
Yeah, this truck's is good now. Look at that. Factory wiring. I went underneath and everything. He's gonna bolt that all up. We got the 3 bolts. New Kurt hitch. Josh has some money into this truck.
Oh my God, easily 33 to 35, but.
All right, so he's putting his hitch up. I'm gonna do the wiring here in a minute, but this is my original wastegate actuator. This thing worked really, really good. So my wastegate that I got off of this turbo, when I bought this turbo, what happens is it hits about 32 PSI and then goes psh, and then shoots down to 22. And when that happens, you can physically see the exhaust temp shoot up about 150 degrees. And then it slowly comes back down as it builds, and so on and so forth. So it's not supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure I don't have any boost leaks, but I'm gonna fix the obvious first and just reuse my wastegate. I wish that I would have done that initially, but I didn't. See, so we're gonna do some tests. We now have 12-volt power. I can see, hit the brake controller. All right, hit 4 ways. I don't see shit on here. Yeah, yours are weird. Yeah, hit your 4 ways. So even though we verified like one plug worked, I even took the other plug that was working and put it into this. I switched it, got rid of this one, said fuck it, let's use his plug from his original one, from this one here, and we still have no turn signals or brake lights. We have running lights, we have brake, we have 12 volt, and that's it. No right, no left. All right, so I got his plug working. Everything works 100%. It's all in there, all factory, all bullshit. Look at all that nice and neat in there. The only thing is this thing just doesn't, because that's the one from Peggy. So, yeah, that sucks. But, oh, I gotta plug it in, I guess. So we're waiting on him. He's got this Dakota Digital thing. He's trying to get me instructions. I'm gonna do the oil change. I put my big honkin' back on because I like these filters a lot, and I was able to reuse this sensor, this air intake temperature sensor. Just put a little adapter between them. Oil change and wastegate. Let's get that done tonight, and then if he all comes together, I'm curious. It looks like the wire size is pretty small, so as long as I can use this stuff here, this is like 20 gauge. I think that's what this takes, but we'll see. I want to verify it first. All right, well, for tonight, depending on if Josh goes out or not, we're going to be pulling his trans tonight. But I am done here. Unfortunately, phone's too dead to do the camera, you know, the light on the camera. But I got the new wastegate on, so I'm going to do the oil change when we get back. He's going to do, yeah, we're going to do the rear main because his shit's leaking like crazy. So rear main, and then once he gets back from a trip, we also got to do that speedo thing, which we'll probably just do tonight. I'm going to tear the whole front of his motor apart, but everything back there is all situated. He's got to bring my barrel in. All right, so it's day 2 now. We just came in here tonight. I got the oil change done. We got the new wastegate on. I put the intake filter back on with this little adapter piece. It needed this anyway to go from here to here. So we have the intake air temperature sensor. Between the AC and the rear main, we got to do that. Josh's, we're doing a speedo tonight. And if we can figure this thing out, because these are not the right plugs, but every second gen that I see, that's what they're saying they are. So I'm going to probably end up figuring out which one of these wires is which, and then probably just cut and splice into his, but after the factory wiring. So if he ever wants to go back to factory, you just replace the factory plug. But it would be nice to have a gooseneck plug in the top, like you guys can see with mine. That's what I run on mine because it's nice to, you know, have it up here. I also have this one for the light bar that I have. I don't know if I showed it last night, but this is how his came out. He's got to do a fifth wheel tomorrow. So, but that's how she came out. She looks pretty good. Factory wiring, all that shit. But yeah, we'll splice into this side rather than the other side, so that way it's not like rigged and all that shit. But we even got this guy back in. I think that's tight. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, because these do not fit a second gen. I've went the entire way up the frame. There's nowhere for these to plug in. You cannot buy the proper connector thing. So we're gonna take this plug here, which we know works, and I'm cutting the wires in the middle one at a time and lining them up. So red goes to black, black is the 12 volt, and then we're gonna do this the whole way. There's 4 thick wires on each side and 3 thick wires. Basically all this does is it just meets in the middle. So I'm gonna basically get this as nice and pretty as possible, and then we're gonna loom it a little bit, throw some tape around it, obviously heat shrink with the lighter, and make this look as factory as possible, so then Josh has a fifth wheel plug. So that's how we're doing it now. We're doing it off the truck. All we gotta do, plug this back into the factory. All right, so while we're waiting on loom, I just taped everything up, so it looks okay. These things will go back in their factory spots. This plugs into the factory, this goes to the bed, and then this goes up in the hole that we made on the top. So I'm gonna get him over here, because now that I did this, what I was doing was I was dropping it down in so that we could, you know, it just makes it easier. Unfortunately with this here, I can't do that, so we're gonna have to basically bring this from the top, or from the bottom up. All right, so after about an hour of dealing with stuff, I found Josh's hole didn't work out, by the way. He drilled a hole here and it's too high. They moved down there. Yeah, your brakes work. So this tester is, for some reason, not working with Josh's truck on left, right, and brake lights. But it works on mine, so it's weird. So I went and actually used a multimeter. Yeah, there's no brake light on yours, remember? It only has the trailer brake. Yeah, trailer brake lights up. So same thing with the bottom one. I don't know what the deal is with Josh's truck, but it definitely puts out power on the multimeter. So I also went through, before we put his spare tire up, I went through and cleaned up all the wiring, so everything is tucked away nice and neat. So we're about to put his spare tire up in. He can go under there and look at that if he wants to. But start cleaning stuff up, and then we're gonna work on a... All right, so we're gonna be calling it quits for the night. I think we got pretty much everything except I'm gonna see what you guys know about this Dakota Digital. I've never done one, and before I start cutting wire, I want y'all's opinion on this because I've heard some really good things about it. Let me know if any of you guys have ever dealt with one of these. Basically, we'd like to take the signal from the rear diff, the ABS sensor. His light comes on intermittently, so I'm not gonna do it tonight. Let me know if any of you guys have dealt with one of these. Give me a call or send me an email, steve@cpstevemiller.com, or just get on my website and send me a message. I'd like to know what you guys think about that. But everything's done. His wiring's all done. I went through. He kind of slowly keeps adding all this little random shit. Here's a battery isolator and whatnot, and he kind of had it mounted with wood screws. Ideally, I would like to put some heat shrink on this. I don't have any tonight, so... But I did clean these 2 wires up here. He had some speaker wire and shit, so like I cleaned it up. It's on all the time as opposed to it's supposed to be switched, but whatever. One day. Other than that, we got to get some hoses for those guys there, because you can see if you run these things, they're gonna blow oil everywhere and make you think you have a valve cover leak. Other than that, he's got a triple axle fifth wheel to pull tomorrow up to New York from Virginia. Direct customer, I didn't want to do it because I don't like to put triple axle fifth wheels on the back of Bertha. I understand the weight isn't as bad, but it's the corners and trying to back one of those in with the welder. And all the other stuff back here, it just wasn't worth it to me. I will not do triple axle fifth wheels. I will do triple axle trailers, but the problem is like trying to get them in like some of the places that they go. Josh, you're gonna see tomorrow how that goes, but some of these places are tight. Just keep that in mind. I cannot do super tight places. I can get you a little over a 45-degree angle, but after that, it's like I just kind of, and then triple axles, you need a little bit more than that, so. Other than that, oh, that's right. We also got his spare tire up in place. So he has a spare tire now. And yeah, like Coopers, just run them until they're dead. And then,
and they're expensive.
Yeah, so run them till they're dead, and then we're gonna get some big fat Larrys for the thing.
I can't believe they didn't say yes to Peggy with the price of those.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's like $2,000 in tires.
If anybody wants a set of Rockstar wheels for 500 bucks too, I got 16-inch Rockstar wheels. The tires are shot, but 16-inch Rockstar wheels for 500 bucks. Somebody come get them. Trying to get rid of this lift kit as well. I think it was a 5-inch lift. It is complete with control arms and what. I think 800 bucks is what he was asking. Trying to get rid of some stuff here and there. I think we're done for the night. Sorry guys, just kind of like a boring update maintenance video. We're gonna be doing both the rear mains. I think we're gonna be doing the rear main this week on his. I know I'm doing the rear main this week on mine. I just gotta wait to order the flex plate. And then after that, we're good. But besides that, I mean, we're done. And then I'm gonna be going back out next Tuesday. So I'm gonna be here for about a week and a half-ish, and then we're going back out, so we'll see how Bertha does, but I'd like to get everything done. The oil change is done. I should have probably done the fuel filter. I'll probably do that while I'm out on the road. And then when I get back from next trip, we're gonna be doing the diff on both ends.
You've been staring at me.
Yeah, so we got big plans for Bertha too. Let me know if you guys, anybody who has a fifth wheel tailgate for a 3rd gen Dodge, or has a bumper, like an off-road style bumper, or just a bump, you know, either off-road style or ranch hand. I like the ranch hand for the protection, but I've been kind of liking the off-road style bumper a little bit more lately. But let me know in the, you know, just send me a message, cpstevemiller.com. I'm gonna call it. You guys have fun. See you later. Bye.